What's up, nature lovers? My name is Brady, and today we are out here doing some jetty fishing. Fishing has been pretty bad lately, so we're going very basic. Small hook, a couple of small sinkers on some light line, just trying to catch anything really. I'll take a catfish, a croaker, pretty much anything. Bigger would be great as well, but really I'm just trying to catch fish. I have my hook debarbed. I always like to try to debarb my hooks. It's better for the fish. It's easier to remove the hook after it's caught. It does less damage to the fish's face. It's a little bit easier for them to fall off, but that's all right. I'm willing to sacrifice a couple of secured catches for the well-being of the fish. So we're just going small bits of shrimp on this tiny hook. Very small. But the good thing about fishing with small hooks is you can catch small fish and you can catch really big fish. I mean, I've caught a 30-pound black drum on a hook not much bigger than this. So, I always like to fish small when I can. Alright, we're just gonna give it a cast out in between this pole and this old pier. Perfect. This pier was actually destroyed, I believe, during Hurricane Zeta, as many of the piers were around here. And a lot of them are still out of commission. We are going to be fishing a rising tide today, so hopefully that'll bring in some fish. All along this jetty, there are tons of barnacles, small insects, little arthropods, so there's some cool little wildlife. I'm just hoping for anything. Fish are attracted to structure, and there's two bits of structure right here. I'm casted right in between them. Hopefully we'll get some fish. Even if I don't catch a fish today, a day on the jetty, a day by the ocean, it's always a good day. Here's the setup I'm working with today. Just sitting on these rocks on this jetty. It is not low tide, but it is pretty low, and the tide is currently rising, and we are pretty close to the water. This is not a big jetty at all, so we may have to move at some point. The water is coming in, the waves are getting a little bit bigger. Soon the waves will be crashing on the rocks and splashing all over my gear, so we may be overtaken by the sea at some point. This is not a big jetty at all. There's not a walkway or anything. It's just a bunch of rocks. Alright guys, it has just gotten too windy. The tide is coming in. The waves are getting too big. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this spot and see if we can find another spot to fish. As beautiful as this view is, it's just getting way too crazy on this small jetty. The water is going to continue to rise, and I want to go ahead and get out of here now before it becomes too dangerous to do so. Yeah, not too long. This whole area is going to be underwater, so let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright guys, we finally made it to a good spot in the harbor. It's much more closed in. We don't have the harsh waves hitting us on the rocks. There is just the slightest breeze, and I've got my line out with the same rig as before. This is a spot where I've caught many fish. So hopefully we'll get something. Even a catfish. I would be excited about a catfish at this point. But unfortunately, I am still sitting on rocks. But that's alright. That's the price you pay sometimes for good fishing. And sometimes that's the price you pay for bad fishing. We're just going to wait it out here for a while. I doubt we'll move again. If I don't catch anything, I would probably just leave. So hopefully I catch something. A catfish, a croaker, a mangrove snapper would be great. But we'll see. finally caught a fish today, guys. Got a nice little flounder. Look at that. That's not just the most bizarre fish, just an absolutely gorgeous fish. Completely white on the backside. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go. He's been out of the water long enough. Good. Nice. First fish of the day. A flounder was actually my first ever ocean fish. They're probably my favorite fish to catch on the Gulf Coast. They're just so odd, but at the same time, absolutely beautiful. So unique. Finally, I would actually say today has been a success. Okay, let's get another line out there and see if we can catch something else. A gentleman walking by just informed me that an alligator apparently uses the culvert that I'm currently sitting on to travel back and forth through, I guess, a creek in the park and the harbor. He said he saw it yesterday, an alligator sitting on the other end of this culvert. So, I backed away from the edge just a little bit. So hopefully we don't have a close encounter with an alligator. As cool as it would be, but I would prefer to not see it swim out from underneath me as I'm sitting on the culvert. Here's a concrete slab, and here's the edge of the culvert that an alligator apparently lives in or travels through. I'm not sure. So I might go check out the other end of this culvert when I'm done here and see if he's still hanging out over there. So, it's a little bit chilly, but very nice for January, middle of winter. I'll take it. Hey, buddy. Alright, guys. I think that's going to just about do it for fishing today. But right now, I'm searching for the other end of that culvert where the man said that he saw an alligator. I want to see if I can find it and check it out. Maybe the alligator will be there. So I found two sewer entrances. Sewer lids, I guess. I doubt most people want to enter the sewer. So this is probably the one that the man was talking about. The other one is behind some rope from the Christmas lights display. So it was most likely this one right here. And this water appears to empty out right into the harbor through the culvert. And I don't doubt for a second that an alligator was seen in there. A lot of people are surprised to find out that alligators actually can spend a lot of time in and near salt water. As long as they have a freshwater source to go back to drink to, they can stay in salt water indefinitely. So occasionally we do see them along the coast or in a harbor just like this one. So I'm sure the alligator is going to be lying low in that sewer for a few days as this cold front passes through. We may even get to see one around here once the weather warms up. We'll see, who knows. That would be cool. Now that was a great way to end the day. A dolphin encounter in the harbor. So cool. What a great way to end the night. Stay naturally curious.